Flung in the air, Frampton does get that knock to Josh Dacos. Little fumbly in the square, and they thought about rushing it. There's a mad scramble, about 15 over it, and holding the ball is a free kick to the Saints.
Oh, there's some verbal going on as well. Brett Crouch really enjoying that free kick.
Can we fit any more in the goal square?
It's like a game of Twister in there where they're all over it, and now all of a sudden Crouch back to his old home ground. Kicks the opener after a bizarre start. Josh Dacos down the line over McCreary's head, and he split the middle. He had Mycheck and McCreary, and Hunter Clark came up with it. And 50. So he's going to be brought within range here. Yeah, pick 7 from 2011. Just 8 games last year, but every game this year. And he's putting together a pretty good season. In his struts. Can start to put together a pretty good game if he slots this. And he does. Scores 11.
In the end, he's worked over it. Crouch forward. Marshall posting up, but turning quickly and driving it to Higgins, who got out the back. And that might be the method. Takes his approach now. 5 goals last week, 4 the week before. And he's just getting started in Adelaide. He's got the energy to celebrate.
Play on!
Scouts the 50. Caminiti coming, as was Owens, but their teammate in front beat them to it. No, he doesn't lack in confidence, and he's backed it up so far this year. 5 goals won in 4 games. Saints need this, but he provides. And he's passionate too. Wood sweeps in from behind to look for this. Ended up scrapping it with his own teammate. Stocker's handball. Butler on the turnaround. Caminiti, yes! Oh, it's no, play on. Or was it? No, he's paid the mark.
Oh, did he play on though?
Well, I think if one umpire's called touch, the other hasn't, there has to be a conversation, doesn't there? Didn't call touched. What a moment in this young man's career and his life, in fact. Caminiti, yes! Gets it home. Sinclair, a standoff. Wilkie, part of everything, staving off just about every Collingwood entry. And now, oh, he'll have to turn back. Quick detour. Has that for an aggressive kick. High stakes in the middle of the Adelaide Oval. Ross, Clark, and then a brick wall. They fight through. Clark again to half forward. Wood, time, space, and a teammate. Caminiti! We are in for a heck of a finish. The Saints finally find a way to get through. Couldn't get into his stride. Clark, Crouch to Gresham. And a quiet day for him, just 7 disposals. Manganese Malera. Now Mason Wood. Thought about the long, took on the short. And Maynard with the infraction there. Been a tougher afternoon for Jack Higgins, but he still remembers how to kick a goal. Marshall, towering figure, still takes the mark. Owens, Filippo knew exactly where to give it to Burns, dribbles it through, and now it's back to 12. Surely not.
So Frampton gets up, 1 minute left, dumps it into space. Sinclair pounces. Hunter Clark came off half back and was free and sends it toward Caminiti and Quaynor. Ball comes up to Crouch. He gets a chance at goal. And